Good morning to you all. As you can tell, this isn't Saturday morning, but a very hot Friday afternoon. But we are continuing with our story on the feeding of the 5,000, and we have got to chapter 6 and verse 39. Then Jesus directed them to have all the people sit down in groups on the green grass. So they sat down in groups of hundreds and fifties. Taking the 5 loaves and 2 fish, looking up to heaven, he gave thanks, broke the loaves, then he gave them to his disciples to set before the people. He also divided the 2 fish among them all. They all ate and were satisfied. And the disciples picked up 12 basketfuls of broken pieces of bread and fish. The number of men who had eaten was 5,000. I hope you listened to Patrick's great talk yesterday on we can't, but he can. All things are possible with God. And we discovered that Jesus tests the disciples. He puts them in almost an impossible situation just to prove that actually, whereas we can't, he can, because all things are possible with God. Just one or two very quick thoughts from this morning. First of all, in verse 39, sitting them down on green grass and then dividing them up into hundreds and fifties. The green grass, you know, you can't really read that without thinking, is this an echo of Psalm 23, where David says, "The Lord's my shepherd; he leads me by still waters; he leads me to green pastures." Or what about the 50s and the hundreds? Is that an echo of Moses, when Moses divided the people of God up? He divided them into hundreds and 50s. In other words, this is the greater rescue, greater than Moses, greater than David. This is the greater rescue, and Jesus says, "This is me. I've come to do the greater rescue." The thing I love about this story is that the miracle happens in the hands of the disciples. That Jesus divides up the bread and the fish, but he gives it to them to set before the people. And I think that's a wonderful truth, that actually the miracles are going to happen in our hands. We come to him with all our inadequacy and all our fears and all our hesitancy and all our protesting that we can't. And Jesus says, "No, take what little you have, and I will perform the miracle in your hands," as we step out in faith. None of us, absolutely none of us, feel adequate. None of us feel equipped. None of us feel as if we have the resources to do whatever God has asked us to do. But actually, as we step out in faith, the miracles always happen in our hands, and God actually comes up with the trumps. And then the last thing, of course, is that when they ate, they were all satisfied, and there were 12 baskets that they took up at the end. Again, you know, it's very dangerous to sort of see something into every single detail. But 12, of course, is a very significant number. It's the people of God. It represents the people of God. The 12 tribes of Israel in the Old Testament, the 12 disciples in the New Testament, forming the people of God. God doing a new thing here in the New Testament with 12 people and all those that believe in the apostolic witness. So again, is this a picture of the church? Is this the picture that we will be satisfied? Well, it's certainly a picture of the great banquet, the final banquet that we will all enjoy, that eventually we'll all be satisfied as we're all together as the people of God. Great messages from just that one story. Incidentally, the feeding of the 5,000 comes in all 4 Gospels. So all 4 evangelists, they saw this as a really important lesson, a really important story for us to learn. I just want to say thank you. You know, today is the last daily thought, and whether we won't do them in August, we're going to have a break in August. Whether we do them in September or not, I really don't know. We might do, I don't know. We'll just have to see how things pan out. But you know what? We've been doing this now, I think, since the end of March, pretty well for 4 months. And I just want to give great thanks for all those that have actually done the work and done the daily thoughts. Particularly, I want to thank Dave Keeper. He's done a great work in shouldering the bulk of the load with me. So I want to say thank you, Dave. You're such a dear friend and such a dear colleague. I can't tell you how much I value you. I want to thank Patrick Springford. I just love his daily thoughts. I mean, they're so different, and he has graphics, and I don't know where he gets them from, but I mean, it's absolutely wonderful. So Patrick, thank you, and thank you for your loving and really deep insights into each daily thought. But thank you to the staff who've been involved: Lane, Ree, Harry, Susie. Thank you for the work that you've done in doing the daily thoughts. And also others that have joined in. Thank you to Rosie Button and Sarah Hobbs and Hattie Neve and Penny Murphy and Celia Anderson and Jojo. Thank you so much for just being prepared to step out of the boat and do the work. You know, as you stepped out, God did the stuff. The miracle happened in your hands, and we give him thanks. And I want to thank you guys for listening and for being with us over these months. We're going to continue with the Sunday services online, but we're just going to have a break from the daily thoughts, and who knows what we'll do in September. But bless you, and keep well, stay safe, and we'll see you soon. God bless.